Okay. So, that's weird. My scratch pad does not work. Like, I should really, like, email them about that because, like, sometimes it'll work and it'll be there, and then, like, other times, like, it's not there right now, so I can't even reference it because I put down stuff that I wanted to respond to. But then, like, sometimes I'll like, exit out and go back in, and then it'll be there, so maybe I'll tell you about the past life regression and then do that. And it's just, like, I think I'm kind of drained from it. I need to go home and eat. I gotta stop at work and pick up my stuff from work first. So that I have it for tomorrow. So I think I'm just kind of, like, spent right now. But, so she does it via, like, hypnosis, which I was a little hesitant because my, Sam just sent me a picture of the kids. I can't see what it is, but, I was a little hesitant because my EMDR therapist, like, didn't want me doing hypnosis, but I don't really think it's hypnosis. I think it's an intuitive using, quote, hypnosis to guide the past life regression. But I think everybody probably who does past life regressions has, like, a different way to do past life regressions versus, like, actual hypnosis. I don't know if that makes sense. I would say it was like a guided meditation in reality. Which my therapist said was completely okay. Like, I did ask her if I could do, I was like, I'm feeling a calling to do a past life regression. Like, I just wanted, like, to see if I can schedule. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. That would be, you know, like, that's great. And then, I told her about the shamanic journey thing that I was going to do this weekend, and she was, like, supportive of that too. It's just not therapy. She said just to work with, like, one therapist at a time. But so the past life regression was interesting. I did end up going back to the life on an island somewhere, the beach. The first one, I was just like, because it's my first time, and I guess each time you do it, you, like, get more details, or, like, maybe other lives, or, like, you get better at it, you know, just like with meditation, you get better at it. And I'm sure each time you did it with, like, a specific person too. Julia's meditations, when I do them with her, I always feel like I go, like, way super duper into La La Land, and I don't remember a lot. If Rachel did past life regression, I would definitely do them with her, because her guided meditations are, like, the best, and I get such good images with her. I think it's because she has a deeper voice. I know that sounds funny, but I think, like, the frequency of her voice, like, resonates with me more than, like, Julia's voice is, like, higher, and it just, like, sends me into, like, La La Land, and I don't remember anything. I mean, occasionally I'll remember a little bit, but maybe that's why I wasn't supposed to do the past life regression with her. But so at first, when she, like, took me there, I was just sitting on a beach. I could see my feet in the sand. I had on, like, a sarong, like a wrap, and I could see, like, 3 kids playing by the water. And she asked me if I knew who the kids were, and I did not. And then she took me to the next part of the past life regression, and it was sitting at a table, and we were all sitting around and we were celebrating, but it was weird because it was Maya at the head of the table, but I didn't necessarily recognize the other people at the table, but I recognized Maya at the head of the table. So maybe I knew Maya in, like, a past life, and I'm just, like, envisioning what I know her now, like, what I see her now as. And in that one, she asked me, like, what I was feeling, and I was like, I think we're celebrating. And I was like, I think we're celebrating her getting married. But then I got the message later that I was actually jealous that I was not getting married. And that makes sense, because in that past life, Dave and I were not married. So there was that, like, jealousy that I was not getting married. And then I went to a house, and I was on the porch, and the door was open, like a female opened the door. And at first she asked if I knew who the person was, and I thought maybe it was Callie. But then I was like, that's not Callie, that's me. And there were two kids there playing, and they were Callie and Hobbs, but they were the same age. They weren't different ages, they were the same age. So I'm wondering if I had twins in that life. I mean, I think that's what it was. I think it was that lifetime. And then there was a man standing there, and he had, like, darker hair. He was taller than me, but, like, I didn't know that I'd be able to, like, see myself, you know, so I think it, like, confused me at first. He was, like, taller, but he was, like, standing with his arms, like, across, like, his chest, like, very standoffish, like, was not welcoming to me at all. Very, like, surly, and he had, like, a bigger belly. That's, like, all I can, like, really think of and picture. He was, like, wearing, like, white and tan or something, maybe. Now that I think about it, like, looking back, she would ask me, like, details about, like, what I was wearing and stuff, and I'm like, I'm trying to, like, I could see, so this house was, like, a very, like, a pretty large, like, white house. There was, like, a porch on the front, and in almost all of these, I was barefoot. I think, like, Little Miss Islander me likes to be barefoot. I don't, like, picture my feet with shoes on. And when, like, through the opening of the door, because I didn't go in right away, I could see, like, dark wood floors, and then right in front, but a little bit off to the left, you know, there was, like, a staircase going up to the second floor. So it was, like, a staircase and a wall, and then there was, like, a walkway to the right of the staircase if I was looking in the house. And then to the right in the, like, there was, like, an open area. That's where we were standing. And then to the right past that, and I didn't give all this detail in my session, there was a living room. So, like, behind where the guy was, there was, like, a living room. So I just stood there for a while and watched the kids play. She was like, do you know what you're doing there? And I was like, I don't know. I think I'm going to visit. I was like, I think this is me. And I don't know if there's any rules with this, you know? Like, I don't think there's rules. I think it's just, it is what it is, because that's what I'm going to with this next. So it was really fun to watch these two cute little kids play together, this, like, boy and girl, and they were, like, they seemed like they really, like, loved each other, and they were really close, and they were definitely twins. I think it was Callie and Hobbs, but I don't know. Maybe it was Callie and Riley, because weren't they twins in another life? That was in the life where they were, like, abandoned. So then we were in the living room sitting on, like, a couch, and the kids were playing in the living room just because I wanted to stay and watch them play for a little bit, because it was really cute watching them play. And then the next place I said it was, like, a meadow, but I don't really know. It was definitely, like, grassy, but then she was like, is there anybody there with you? And I could just feel the sun, and it was so nice and warm, and I could see, like, a dandelion, you know, like, when it's fuzzy, like, not yellow, but when it turns into, like, fuzz. What are those called? I don't know. Is that just dandelion? Yeah. So I could see that, like, kind of, like, blowing, you know, with the wind. I could feel a breeze. I could just feel the warmth of the sun on me, and it felt so good. And I couldn't really tell what I was wearing. was marrying in it or not. She said this is basically like a dream and you remember it for like 3 days. So I did record the session, so I'll have it for longer. But she said it's basically like, because I said, well, I remember what happened when I wake up, like when I come back, and she said, yeah. She was like, it's like a dream, and you remember it for 3 days. So, but I want to say in a meadow, but then, so I'm standing there, but there were like palm trees with very dark fronds. Not like the palm trees out here. The palm trees out here are like light. These were like, oh my gosh. It's like, now that I'm like thinking back to it, I can remember more details. They were dark fronds, but very large, heavy, dark fronds, like rainforest kind of a thing versus like these desert palm trees, which are really pretty, but they're definitely, like, I'm looking at them now and they're light in color. And you can honk at me all you want. I know I'm going too slow for you. You went around me, there's traffic in front of me. Bless your heart. So she was like, is there anyone there with you? And I was just there for like a long time, just taking in the sun, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden a guy came up behind me and wrapped his arms around me and hugged me from behind. And it was nice. It was a very nice, comforting hug. And then she like asked me if I knew this person. And I said, Brian. She was like, do you know Brian? And I was like, no, we haven't met yet. I was like, I think we might be visiting each other in our dreams, but I'm not sure. I mean, like, I've seen him in my dreams now a couple times. I don't really know what he looks like. I can kind of see what he looks like, but kind of not, you know? So then we were playing. I was like, we're playing. And there was nobody else, just him and I. We were playing. We're playing. Like, I just knew we were playing. And I was like, we're playing like tag or catch. And we're just like giggling. And he catches me. And we fall down to the ground like laughing. And I'm laying on my back. And he's laying like to my right side with his right arm like over the top of me. And he like takes my hair and like tucks it back behind my ear. Like looking at me, you know, like face to face, and I was just happy. And she was like, is there anything else? And I'm like sitting there and I go, I'm pregnant. And I can see my belly. And I started crying and I was like, it's my daughter inside. It's our daughter inside. I could like feel myself like rubbing my stomach, and I could feel him. He was there, and he was like, he has like, you know, like a nice touch, and like he put his hand on my belly and he's talking to her, and her name's Rachel, and she was one of my guides later, and she's this gorgeous girl with long black hair, and I want to say blue eyes, or maybe green, but I think they're blue. I'm not sure if they're blue or green, but like long black hair. The thing is I know a Rachel. She's got long black hair and she's Asian. So, but for some reason this is like, you know, like just what I'm seeing with this, but then I'm like, you know, like kind of doubting it because of like, I know somebody in this life named Rachel, but I swear, like, so I was like, he's talking to her and she likes his voice and she's kicking his hand. She really likes his voice. And oh my god, it was so nice. It was so good. It was like, I didn't think I was like, this is the future. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I thought past life regression, you do like past lives only, right? Well, I guess it's not. I guess it's just like a deep state of meditation or something like that. And I got like clairvoyance of like future, like future me. And so then she was like asking things, you know, like, and I said, I can see us, and I can see us reaching out to each other, but we haven't touched yet. Like, we're just like we can't touch each other yet. Like, there's distance there. And then so she was asking me, like, what do I need to do in order to be able to meet him, and this and that, and like, it was crazy. And then I met up with my guides to see if there's anything that they wanted to tell me. And I was like in a pavilion and by the beach, and there were Snickers was there. He was laying in the water, and he was having a big old blast, like getting dirty in the sand and laying in the water. And then there was my grandma was there, and she was rubbing my back and playing with my hair, and she told me to go get a chicken pot pie because my stomach had started growling. And she said that she loved me, and she's sorry that my mom couldn't be there for me like I wanted her to be. And I think that's why she was like rubbing my back and playing with my hair. And then Dave's brother was there, Eric, and he told me that I need to stop trying to help Dave. And the thing is I had been like even thinking like lately, like in the future, like if Dave stopped showing up for the kids, like how could I facilitate, how could I help, like how could I still like make sure that he like maintains a bond with the children and this and that. So I had been like thinking a lot, like not necessarily helping him like in this moment, but a lot about like helping him. And Eric was like, you gotta stop trying to help him, you gotta let him go. And that's one of the things I need to do, is let go of him in order to be able to meet Brian. She asked where we were, and I said Maui. I'm wondering if we're on like a baby moon. Like, I'm wondering if we go to Maui when I'm pregnant as like a baby moon, because there weren't other children with us. It was just him and I. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what that is. Because I said Maui. I didn't say Kauai. I said Maui. And then, who else was there? My guide, Jack, who was like this big turkey vulture. He's really cool. I'll have to show you a picture of, like, I kind of found a picture of what he looks like. I don't know if I ever shared it with you. And he's this, like, very, like, he's kind of like a dominant, presence, like, kind of a little, like, sarcastic, you know, like, dry humor. And he is, like, telling me that that I'm strong, and that I'm capable and strong, that I'm strong and capable. And he said that when I keep seeing feathers, that's him that's reminding me that how strong I am. Yeah, cool. That makes sense. Feathers, you're a turkey vulture, like, and his name's Jack, and he was my dad in a past life. I got that knowing once in, like, one of Julia's meditations, I think. It's interesting to have, like, this turkey vulture as Jack, my guide. I think that was it. I'm gonna go get my stuff. I'm just, like, spent and need to go eat, but it was really cool. Oh my gosh, you need to do one for sure. It was so neat. Alright, I love you.